Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the Tuesday Tune-Up live stream here with Andrew Torek, Family Life Pastor, Calvary Chapel Lake Stevens. It's a great sunny day out there. Hopefully you're out there and enjoying it. Speaking of enjoying the circumstance, today we are talking about contentment as an offshoot of Shane in Philippians chapter 4, where Paul says, I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am. I know how to get along with humble means and also know how to live in prosperity in every and any circumstance. I've learned the secret of being filled and going hungry, both of having abundance and suffering need, and finding contentment. So before we get into this little tune-up today, we're going to take about 4.5 minutes and read some more scriptures and talk about being content and how we can be used by God more when we are content with where He has us and what He's blessed us with. Mind you, something I'm working on myself. Okay, so contentment, the state of happiness and satisfaction, according to the internet search. Make sure tomorrow night to come on out to our Wednesday in-person gathering. We have dinner, Bible study, and worship, not in that order, but come out at 6:30 for that. This week, Chris McAuliffe and I are headed to Haiti to check out a new work, possibly, that the church might partner with. We're going over with another Calvary pastor, so keep us in your prayers for safe travel. And let's see. And we had a great men's legacy breakfast last Saturday. So you men, hopefully we see you at the next one. So yeah, Paul is talking about being content and being happy and in the things that the Lord... Well, sorry, he didn't say be happy. He said learn to be content where the Lord has you, whatever circumstances. And I believe that you can be used by God more if you are content because you're not looking for this next thing. And speaking of looking for the next thing, I just got to give personal testimony. My wife and I moved here beginning of 2020, and we found a secondhand couch on the interwebs. Nice big one, sectional, yeah, a bunch of kids, big couch. Moved it in, found it, moved the used couch in. I'm like just looking at my kids, and I'm like, it's only a matter of time, before this one's toast. But turns out, before the couch was actually bad, we had changed or found a new and better used couch that we thought might fit in our home better. So towards the middle or end of 2020, we were upgrading. Just so happened to have one of the guys from church, Joe Pennington. What's up, Joe? Ooh. He had a truck, and I said, hey, Joe, can you help me grab this little couch? He's like, don't you guys have one? Yeah, but it's time for a different one. Maybe it's more comfortable. Maybe it's better looking. Who knows? So we did the old couch swapperoo. So I listed the other one, brought the new one in, got the new couch, all this. Recently we moved, we're did it again. I'll just be honest. And when we went to go get rid of the old couch, I ended up calling up Joe again. I said, "Hey Joe, this couch, man, we're looking at selling this other couch. Oh, what did you guys get, a new one? Yeah. Oh, were you selling the old one, the one we got? Yeah. Oh, it just so happens you were the guy that helped us with that one as well. So 3 couches in 2 years." And we're talking about contentment, and I just want to encourage everyone in this, and that I think we all struggle with being content with what we have and where we're at with the Lord, and knowing that He, let me just read this verse in 1 Peter 1:3. God, in His divine power, has granted to us everything pertaining to life and godliness through the knowledge of Him who has called us by His own glory and excellence. He's given us all we need for life and godliness. And in 1 Timothy 6:17, talking about those who are rich in this world, which any of us here in America who don't pick up coins on the ground would, and are always provided for, would find ourselves in a category of being blessed monetarily or rich. And he's encouraging us in 1 Timothy chapter 6, not to fix our hope on the uncertainty of riches, but on God who richly supplies us with all things to enjoy. So knowing that God gives us all things to enjoy, knowing that He's given us everything pertaining to life and godliness to the knowledge of Him, we can rest assured and know from the Scriptures that we are where God has called us to be, and we have what God sees us to need to have in order to get by and also enjoy with him. And so God, who richly supplies us, my encouragement for you and for myself today in light of these scriptures is to thank God for the blessings and, like Paul, find the secret of being content in your circumstance so that you can be used by God. If we're not looking for the next replacement thing or for something or place to be our joy, we're able to soak up the presence of God or the scriptures and be able to listen to the Holy Spirit better, I believe. That we can be used by him more when we have a content heart. And if we think about how Paul was used, he was used mightily after he was converted and gave his life to the Lord and started going full speed for this disciple making and gospel delivering to these people, to the point of him being taken up to the Lord. So anyways, in this I just want to encourage you on the back half of 1 Timothy 6:17, as it talks about God supplying with us all things for us to enjoy. He talks about in the latter half of this verse, he says, instruct those to do good, to be rich in good works, and to be generous and ready to share, storing up for themselves the treasure of a good foundation for the future, so they may take hold of that which is life indeed. Life indeed is life with the Father, and being content in our circumstance gives us a heart that's ready and able to give. As God blesses us, we are to be a blessing. Shane spoke about that in 2 Corinthians 9:16, and he's talking about just giving as it is for your benefit, that you give and can trust God with what he's given you. And others' faith can be built through that. So search these scriptures, take a look back at Philippians chapter 4, see what Paul was talking about. And in the midst of your battling contentment, I want to encourage you with this verse as well, Philippians 4, verse 15. This is right after this. It says, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Let the Lord be your strength, and through his Spirit find contentment in where he has you and what he has you to do. All right, be blessed. Hope you're encouraged by this. Have a great week, and we will see you soon.